Hello yogis, welcome to your class today. So as you can see, we have a bit of a different view. I like to kind of change things up every now and again, and just to keep it fresh. So we are also moving into a new season. It's time for renewal, rebirth, and just kind of spring cleaning a little bit. So that's how I felt today, and thought I'd just move around in the studio a little bit. So I'd like us to start with an oil of choice. Today I'm using Lang Lang, only because it's such a beautiful oil. It also reminds me of spring. It's very flowery. So I'm going to rub some in the palm of my hands. And you can choose whatever oil you'd like to use today, whatever is called, and take a few deep breaths of the oil. You can rub it onto the back of your neck, onto the top of your shoulders, and then feel free just to coat your aura with your oil and welcome yourself to your mat today. All right, so we're going to start today in Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide, and come all the way down onto your back. So feel free to place 2 blocks underneath your thighs, or some pillows, or even some rolled up blankets if you feel that you need a bit of support, if the hips are feeling a little tight today. So just taking this moment to settle onto your mat, into your posture. Just resting your hands either on your inner thighs or onto your belly. And then just closing your eyes. And beginning to deepen into your breath. We're going to do a few rounds of pranayama to get us started. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale for a count of 4. We're going to hold for a count of 6. And we're going to exhale for a count of 8. So I'm going to guide you through the first 1 or 2 rounds. And then we'll take a few more in your own time. So let's just begin by taking a nice deep inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs, the heart, the belly, and then hold it at the top and exhale it all out. Belly deflates, chest draws back in. But let's take one more like that. Deep inhale, fill it up all the way, hold, and exhale. Well, let's begin filling up the lungs on a count of 4. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take 2 more rounds in your own time. Really expanding on the inhale and then holding it. Starting to find your Ujjayi breath on the exhale. Nice, slow and controlled. Taking 1 more round. Nice, and then just come back to your normal breath in and out through your nose. You're going to use your hands to draw your knees together. And just bring those knees in towards your chest, gently rocking from side to side. We'll start by taking a nice spinal twist. So extending your arms out to the sides, palms facing down. Take a nice full breath in. And then exhale as your knees fall all the way over to the right. Try and keep those knees up nice and high, but relax the legs down on the ground. Soften that left shoulder. Then inhale, bring it back to center, and let's take it over to the opposite side. Good, last breath here. On your next inhale, bring those knees back to center, hug yourself in. We're going to place the right foot on the floor and cross your left ankle over your right thigh, and we'll take a needle thread. So threading your arms and interlacing your hands around your shin or your thigh. I want you to flex into your feet here. And then draw that right knee towards you as you draw the left knee away from you. I want you to feel that stretch in the left hip. Back of the neck is long, shoulders are relaxed. Last 2 breaths. Deep Ujjayi breaths. And as we start to warm up the body here, I want you to think about seeds that you can plant for springtime. What it is that you would like to plant for this coming season. Let's release the side, placing your left foot on the ground, right ankle across your left thigh, flex into the foot, and then thread your arms, bringing your hands onto your shin or thigh. Left knee draws in while the right knee draws away from you. And again, come back to those seeds that you're going to plant for this coming season. What is it that you would like to manifest in your life, on your yoga mat? You're coming out of a very long and deep hibernation during winter in so many ways. And coming into this time now almost feels a little surreal. Take 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. And then slowly release. And then we're going to start off with a little bit of ab work. So just bringing your knees up above your hips. So your feet are lower than knee height. And you're going to interlace your hands behind your head, pressing your lower back down. Make sure that those knees don't draw in towards your chest. You want to keep them aligned above your hips. Take a deep inhale. Head and shoulders lift. Hold the breath. Press your lower back down. And then as you exhale, take your elbows towards your left knee. Extend the right leg all the way up. Flex into that foot. So just take a moment here. Take another full breath into your lower back. And then as you exhale, we're going to pulse that right leg up 3 times. So it's an internal rotation of that right leg, using your lower abs to pulse up. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Lower back presses down, tailbone lifts. Exhale to your right, extend the left leg up. Flex into your foot. Toes draw down, heel draws up. Take another full breath into your lower back. And then as you exhale, pulse 3 times. Internal rotation. Inhale, bring it back. Holding the breath. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale to your left. Lift your chin. Extend your right leg. Take another full breath here. And then exhale, pulse 1, 2, 3. Good. Inhale, bring it back.
Hold and retain your breath. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale to your right as you extend the left leg up. Take a moment here to pause as you breathe in. And then exhale, pulse. 1, 2, 3. Good. Inhale back to center. Last round. Hold the breath. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale to your left. Extend the right leg. Keep lifting that chin. Flex your foot. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, pulse. 1, 2, 3. So it's almost like you want to lift, bring your legs back to center. It's almost like you want to lift your leg, your thigh out of its hip socket. Take a deep breath in. Hold. Tuck your tailbone. Exhale to your right. Extend the left leg up. Flex into your foot. Take a deep breath. And exhale, pulse. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Inhale and exhale. So if you did that properly, you should definitely feel it in your abs. Nice. Just hug your knees in towards you. Let's just take a bridge pose just to stretch out the abs a little bit. So bringing the soles of your feet onto your mat, close towards your sit bones. If you bring your arms alongside your body, you should be able to brush the back of your heels with your fingers. And take a nice deep inhale. Tuck your tailbone, pressing lower back down, and then press into your heels as you start to lift up. Lower back, middle back, and upper back. So pressing your knees forward, back of the neck is long. Feel free here to interlace your fingers if you'd like, and just walk those shoulder blades in towards each other as you lift your heart a little higher. Make sure your knees aren't falling out to the sides and that they are pointing forward towards your toes. Take one more breath here. Deep inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Slowly release your hands. And we're going to roll the spine down, one vertebra at a time until your back is flat. Beautiful. Bring your knees back in. Keep your arms down, or you may need to use a bit of momentum. We're going to take our legs over into Halasana. So all the way over above your head. If you need to support your back, you can do that, especially if your feet don't touch the ground. Right? If your feet do touch the ground and you're comfortable with this posture, you can extend your arms with your palms facing down. Just stimulating the thyroid gland. Taking a few more breaths here. Beautiful. And then slowly roll it down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Let's begin to roll the length of our spine up and down a few times. And if you can, you're going to roll to a forward fold, coming to the top of your mat. So feet are about hip distance apart. Let your knees be soft and just let your thighs, or your chest rather, rest on top of your thighs with your head hanging. You can shake your head no. You can nod your head yes. Just releasing any tension. Let it roll off your spine. Deepen into your breath. Good. And from here, we're going to roll all the way up to standing. So again, I want you to think of a flower that's been in hibernation during this lockdown winter. And as you roll up, you begin to uncurl and unfurl, opening everything up. As you get to the top, roll those shoulders up, open up into your heart, and then release your arms down. Beautiful. Take a nice deep inhale. Reach the arms all the way up. Expand. And exhale to a forward fold. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift, lengthen. Good. You're going to ground your hands down and step back to plank pose. Finding that long line of energy. Taking a full breath here as you push the mat away from you. And as you exhale, we'll lower knees, chest, and chin. Inhale onto your belly, finding a baby cobra. Hover your hands. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. So your first down dog, just stretch it out. Feel into it. Just taking any movements here that feel good. No right or wrong. If you want to stretch the legs, stretch into the hips, you can do that. So just move in a way that honors your body today. Good. Nice. And then rise up onto your toes and start to walk your feet forward, coming into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale to sweep your arms all the way up, full breath in. And exhale, hands to your heart. So once again, just take this moment to set your intention, to plant your seed for your practice and for the time ahead of you. Doing it with love, doing it with gratitude for all that we've been through up to this point and how we've pulled through in the ways that we have. And now, beginning again. It's time for a spring clean. It's time to start over. And Mother Earth is here to support us in her beautiful spring way. Let's take a deep inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, forward fold. Take a deep breath, halfway lift. Good. Right leg steps back into a lunge. Let's take an easy twisting lunge here. Left arm reaches up. Good. Stretching through that back leg, pressing through the back heel, and then drawing that front knee forward. Reach your top arm all the way overhead. Good. Then take a half circle, reach it back again, all the way down into the floor. Let's step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, and chin. Inhale into a cobra. Maybe lifting yourself up a little higher, shoulders down. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Right leg reaches up high, three-legged dog. Step it forward between your hands, coming into a lunge. Lift your heart, lower your hips, and we'll step it forward, coming into your forward fold. Inhale to sweep the arms all the way up. And let's take your chair pose, Utkatasana. Taking your seat back into your heels, reaching your arms up, opening up into your heart, full breath. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left leg steps back into your lunge. Stay on the back toes. Ground down into your left hand and reach your right arm high. Easy twisting lunge. Again, feel for drawing that right knee forward and the left leg back. So you're really stretching in both directions. One more breath. But now reach your top arm all the way overhead. Long line of energy, and then reach it back up, all the way back and down to the ground. Stepping it back into your plank pose. Full breath in. Exhale, lower your knees. Point your toes back this time. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Find that long line of energy from the head to the knees, and then lower down. Inhale, curl up, cobra. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches back behind you, three-legged dog. Step it forward between your hands, coming into your lunge, broadening into your collarbones, lifting through the heart. And we'll step it forward, coming into your forward fold. Take your seat back, all right? Extend your arms out to the sides so that your torso is parallel to the ground. And then start to lift your chest up and reach the arms all the way up. Full breath in and exhale, forward fold. Rise up halfway. Good, ground your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Ujjayi exhale. Right leg reaches up high. And step it forward to the top of the mat, setting up for warrior one. Reach the arms all the way up as you soften your shoulders down. Bend into your front knee. Lift up from the center of your heart. And then reach your hands down to the mat, stepping it back into your plank pose. From here, you can lower your knees or take a chaturanga down to the floor. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches up high. Warrior one, step it forward. Sweep the arms. Open the heart. Expand your flower. And then bring your hands down to the ground. Step it back. Plank pose. And again, moving through your vinyasa, your variation. Either chaturanga down to the mat or lower your knees. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Just coming back to your breath. Nice. Okay, right leg is going to reach back behind you. You're going to step your right foot by your left hand. All right, so right foot by your left hand. We're going to lift the heart, draw the hips forward. And what we're going to do here is we're going to take a bit of a flowing movement. So we're going to straighten into the front leg, round into the spine, and then bend into the knee and kind of hover in pigeon as you draw your hips forward, opening up into your chest. Good. Slowly rounding into your back as you straighten. Inhale, hover in pigeon as you lift up. So that knee doesn't touch the ground, it just hovers above the ground. Exhale, straighten and round. Good. Last one. Inhale, forward. And exhale, round. Beautiful. From here, we're going to step that back foot forward. And you're going to place the toes on the outside of your right foot. So your left toes are pointing towards the outside or the long edge of your right foot. Okay, so this you're going to definitely feel. We're going to walk your hands over to the right for a stretch into that left hip, the left IT band, maybe even going into your lower back. Take 2 more breaths here. All right, and then coming back to center, release your feet coming into your forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Hands down by your sides. Sweep your aura, reach it all the way up, gather your energy. Cup it in your hands and then fold forward. Offer it to the earth. Inhale, offer your heart forward. Good. And let's step back, downward facing dog. Left leg reaches back behind you, 3-legged dog. We're going to step that left foot to your right hand. Bending into the knee. And we're going to take those flowing movements once more. So as you inhale, that knee hovers above the ground in pigeon, lifting your heart. And then as you exhale, straighten into the front leg and bow. Inhale, reach up and open. And exhale, draw yourself in. Inhale, uncurling. And exhale, bringing yourself back. Last one, inhale. And exhale. From here, we'll step your back leg forward and then place the toes on the outside. So your right toes on the outside of the left foot. So you're almost like in a T shape, okay? Fingertips on the ground or on blocks. You're going to walk your hands over to the left. Just getting a stretch on the right hip, right side of the body, outer right leg. Holding here. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Coming back to center, unravel your legs coming into your forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Let's interlace your hands. Flip your palms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back. And exhale, forward fold. Take a full breath as you find a flat back. And let's ground down, step back, downward facing dog. All right, right leg reaches back behind you, 3-legged dog. Roll the hip open, stretch it out. And then extend your leg, square your hips off. Let's bring that knee to your nose as you hover forward in plank. And we'll step the right foot coming into a low lunge. Reach your arms all the way up. Stretch through the chest, open up into the heart. And then bring your hands down to the ground and let's take your half splits. So straightening into your front leg, maybe sliding those toes forward. And then bring the toes up towards the sky. If you need some blocks underneath your hands, you can do that. Otherwise, walk your hands a little closer towards you. Take a deep inhale and exhale, fold. Holding here for 3. Breathing deep, 2. Flexing into your toes, 3. Nice. Coming back into your lunge, walk your hands forward. Draw the heel back and then bend into your knee. Tuck your back toes under, extend through the back leg, and let's find an easy twisting lunge once again. Right arm reaches up high. Okay, so bending into that front knee, extending through that back heel. Open up the heart. And from here, we're going to take a side plank. So you can take a supported side plank by walking your right foot to the middle of the mat and dropping onto the outer edge of your back foot. Or you can stack your right leg on top of your left. Holding here, lifting your hips. Reach your top arm all the way overhead. Kind of arch your upper body. The top part, holding. 1 more breath. Good. Reach your top arm up. Swing it all the way down and find your plank pose. Let's lower all the way to your mat. Bring your hands behind you. Place them down on the ground. Arms facing down. Your feet are on the ground. And I want you to connect the top of your feet onto your mat. We're just going to lift upper body. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale it out. And on your next inhale, start to lift head, chest, and shoulders. Extending your arms back. Engaging your legs. So draw those kneecaps up. But press the top of the feet into your mat. Holding here, 1 more. Back of the neck is long. And exhale, release. Nice. Slide your hands forward. Bringing them alongside your chest. Tuck your toes under. Full breath in. And exhale, push back downward facing dog. Left leg reaches back behind you, 3-legged dog. Knee to your chest, hover forward, round the back. Create that space so you can step your left foot forward between your hands and come into your low lunge. Arms reach up. Again, really expanding through your heart, opening. Nice. And then bring your hands down to the mat and let's find your half split, straightening into your front leg. Slide the toes forward and then up. Walk your hands back. Find length in the spine as you inhale. And fold as you exhale. Last one. Beautiful. Slowly rise up. Slide that heel back, bend into your front knee, and then walk your hands forward. Tuck your back toes under and find your lunge. And we'll take your easy twisting lunge here. So left arm reaches up high. Good. Again, finding that length in both directions, expanding in all directions. And we're going to take your side plank from here. All right, so again, either walking your foot over to the middle of the mat and then dropping onto the knife edge of your back foot or stacking. Lift up out of that right shoulder and then reach your top arm all the way overhead. Arch into that left side of the body. One more breath. And then swing that arm up, back, and down, coming back into your plank. Take a full breath in. And let's lower all the way down to the mat. Keep your elbows tucked in. Good. This time, bringing hands again alongside you. Keep your forehead down on the ground. And we're just going to lift the lower legs. We're going to do this on the exhale breath. So take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, just lift the legs up. So using your glutes, extend them up and back. Head stays down. Hands stay down. Good. One more breath. And slowly release. Nice. From here, I want you to slide your arms out to the sides so your body makes a T, shape of a T. And from here, slide your left hand towards you. And you're going to use it to help you roll yourself over onto your right side. So your right arm is directly behind you. So you're stretching into your shoulder. Your head is resting on the ground. If you struggle to keep your head on the ground, you can always place a cushion or a block or pillow underneath your head. If you want to deepen into your stretch, bend into your top knee and place the foot behind your right leg, your bottom leg. Close your eyes, just take a few deep breaths here. Last two. Beautiful. From here, extend the legs, stack them, and then come back onto your belly. Extending the arms out to the sides, and we're going to take it onto the other side. So sliding right hand towards you as you roll over onto your left side. And you're going to bend into your right knee and place the foot behind your bottom leg. So head is just resting down. Just opening up into the chest and shoulder. Two more. Last one. Nice. Extend your legs, stack it on top of your left. And then slowly slide back onto your belly. Bring your hands alongside your toes under. Take a deep breath in and exhale to push back into your downward facing dog. Nice. Just find your breath here. Press the mat away from you, broaden into your upper back. And then draw your sit bones down towards your heels, feet hip distance apart. Inhale, right leg reaches up high, three-legged dog. Roll the hip open, stretch it out. Good, then extend the leg, square the hips off. Bring your right knee to your right shoulder, hover forward and plank. Good, take it back behind you. Right knee, left elbow, cross-body movement. Take it back behind you. Good. Right leg steps forward between your hands and let's set up for a high lunge. Arms reach up. Nice. Good. From here, reach your arms out to the sides. And we're going to take eagle arms. So you're going to wrap right elbow underneath the left. Staying in your high lunge, make sure you're not standing on a straight line so you don't lose your balance. And then we're going to inhale to lift the elbows up and exhale to tap onto your knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, tap. Last one, inhale, rise. Exhale into kind of like a humble high lunge with eagle arms. So bringing those arms on the inside of your right knee. Holding here for 3, for 2, and last one. Good. Inhale, reach up, unwind the arms, draw them all the way up towards the sky, and then bring your hands to your heart. Fill up your torso with your breath. And on the exhale, let's take a twist to the right. So bring the elbow onto the thigh, stacking the arms, stacking the hands. Press down with that right hand. So notice what happens if I don't. If I don't, my left shoulder just kind of drops down towards that right knee. If I press down with my top hand, I'm drawing my chest towards my thumbs. And that's a twist you're looking for. Take one more breath here. Beautiful. Release your hands down to the mat. And we're going to swivel over to the left, to the long side of your mat, turning your toes forward. Bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Take a deep inhale and exhale, fold. Keep those elbows drawing in towards each other as you let your head hang. Ground down into your feet. Maybe shift your weight forward onto the top of the feet just slightly. And then take your weight back into your heels. And then find center. Ground down into big toe, baby toe, middle of the heel. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Turn your heels in. Toes out, facing the corners of your mat. And then bend your knees and bring your hands onto your thighs. Straighten into your arms. We're going to take some shoulder dips, so take a deep inhale and exhale. Right shoulder dips forward as we twist to the left. Inhale up and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale up, exhale, twist to the left. One more inhale and exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come to center, straighten into the legs. Let's set up warrior 2. So just readjusting our feet, turning the right toes to the front of the mat. Nice. Find your posture, soften the shoulders down, and extend in both directions. We're going to inhale, rise up, straighten into the front leg, reach those arms up, and exhale, lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, rise. And exhale, lunge. Good. Flip your right palm. Let's reverse your warrior. And then cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Step it back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, take your chaturanga. You can always lower your knees.
Inhale into your cobra or upward facing dog. And we'll meet back.
Down dog. Connect to your breath. Sighing it out on the exhale. One more. Nice. Left leg reaches back behind you. Three-legged dog. Roll the hip open, stretch it out. Then extend the legs, square the hips off. You're going to bring that left knee to your left elbow. Tap. Draw your shoulders forward and then take it back. Cross body movement. Left knee, right elbow, tap and take it back. Good. Let's step that left foot forward between your hands, coming into your high lunge. Reach your arms up. Stretch your arms out to the sides. And we're going to wrap this time left elbow under the right. Take a deep inhale, lift the elbows up. And exhale, tap, elbow to knee. Inhale, rise, nice and slow. Exhale, tap. Last one, inhale, rise. And then come into your humble lunge, bringing your eagle arms on the inside of your knee. Holding for 3, for 2. Last one. Beautiful, come all the way up. Unwind the arms, reach them up, and then bring your hands to your heart. Deep breath. Exhale, take your twist to the left. Again, finding that alignment of drawing your thumbs to your sternum. Holding one more. Deep inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Release your hands down to the mat. We're swiveling over to the opposite side, coming into your wide-legged forward fold. So toes are facing the long edge of your mat. And from here, I want you to keep your hips in line with your ankles, but extend your arms out in front of you and stretch them as far forward as you can. So just getting a really nice stretch into the spine, into the shoulders and arms. But don't move your hips forward. All right, so really just lengthening from your torso, from the hips all the way down to the fingertips. Holding 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. Walk your hands back. Once again, bring your heels and toes out. Bend your knees and come all the way up, bringing your arms out to the sides. Good. Temple squat. Just taking a gentle sway from side to side. Good. Come back to center. Rest your right elbow onto your thigh. Reach your top arm overhead. And then let's take it to the other side. Left elbow onto the thigh. Right arm up and over. Revolving the chest open so you can take your gaze up underneath your arm. Good. Inhale. Come back. Extend the arms. Straighten into the legs and let's find warrior 2. So readjust the feet. Left toes forward. Bend into the front knee. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lunge. Inhale up. Exhale. One more. Inhale up. And exhale, lunge. Flip your palm, reverse your warrior. And then cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Step it back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. Breathing deeply. Good, rising up onto your toes. Bend your knees, look up at your hands. You can walk, step, or hop it forward, coming to the top of your mat. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, take your seat back, reach the arms up. And then bring your hands to your heart. Take a full breath in. And exhale, we're twisting to the right this time. So again, press down with that right hand to draw your chest to center. Lower the hips a little more. Good, then bring your hands to center, staying in chair. Come all the way up onto your toes. And then lower down onto your heels. Point your knees forward, find your balance. Either keeping your hands at your heart center, or if you need to balance, bring them down onto blocks on the floor. Beautiful. And then from here, lower to seated. Okay, so just placing the soles of the feet onto the mat, about hip distance apart. We're going to cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And we're going to come into a seated kind of thread the needle. So flexing into your foot, just as we did right in the beginning when we stretched lying on our backs. This time, I want you to open up into the heart and draw your chest closer towards you. If your spine is up straight, you can bring the leg, your right leg, closer towards you so that you're drawing your shin to your chest. And just holding it here. Breathing deeply into the stretch. Okay, for those that would like to take this a little further and want to challenge yourself, you can lean back a little bit and lift your leg. And maybe that's all you're going to do. And just hold it here. Otherwise, you can grab a hold of that right foot with your hands or your strap and extend the right leg up. Keep lifting the heart and the chest. So if you're going to use a strap, you'll place the strap around the ball of the right foot and then extend it up. Okay, so just having that as an option. Finding your balance. Lifting up tall and just holding it here for 4. For 3. 2. Last one. Nice. And then slowly release that right foot down. Slide the right heel forward. And you're going to place the left foot on the outside of the right leg. We're going to come into a seated twist. From here, reaching forward, lift up through the spine, and then just swing that left arm up and back. And let it land where it lands. Right arm is going to swing around and cradle that left knee in towards your chest. Reach up tall, and then exhale, twist deeply using your abs. Inhale, another breath. Exhale, twist, maybe taking your gaze back over your left shoulder. Nice. Now keep your twist, but just take your gaze over the front shoulder. Good. Release your spinal twist, coming back to center. Bring both feet onto the mat. Find a boat pose. Just holding it here for 3. For 2. And 1. We're going to cross your ankles, place your feet down, and step back into your downward facing dog. And let's just take that little sequence onto the other side. Deep inhale, full exhale. Rise up onto your toes, walk, step, or float it forward, coming into your forward fold. Bend your knees, take your seat back, inhale, chair pose. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take a full breath in. And let's take your twist to the left. Make sure that the knees are aligned and the one knee is not jutting forward. So hips are squared off, thumbs drawing towards the chest. Take one more breath here. And then bring yourself to center. Come up onto your toes and see if you can lower your seat down to your heels. And then point your knees forward. So you're really stretching into the toes. Find your balance, your drishti, your focus point. Steady. Go ahead and extend your arms out in front of you and lower your seat all the way down. Nice. And we're going to take that seated, thread the needle on the other side. This time crossing right ankle over your left thigh. Flex into the foot. Bring your hands behind you so you can lengthen through the spine, reaching up tall, and then either sliding that left foot towards you or just walking your hands closer towards you as you lift up and draw your shin to your chest. And then just take a few deep breaths into the stretch. Last one. Okay, and then we're going to take that variation. So if you need your strap here, extend that left leg out a little more so you can find your balance, and then reach up, grab a hold of that left foot either with your hands or your strap, and straighten, lifting up, finding that balance. It's kind of like a sweet spot because once you find it, it stays. Then you're steady. But you need to engage your core and lift up through the spine. If I'm going to try and do this, I'm definitely going to roll back, all right? So if I'm rounding into my spine, I'm not going to find my balance. You have to lift up. God, hold it here for one more breath. And then slowly release. That knee comes down or that heel comes down. Slide the foot forward and then place the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. Right arm reaches up, all the way back, bringing it down to the ground. And then the left arm cradles your right knee. Inhale to lengthen and find space. And exhale to twist. Maybe taking your gaze over your right shoulder. Good. Now keep your twist and take your gaze forward. Slowly release your twist, bringing yourself back to center. Just unravel your feet. Bring the soles of the feet down onto the ground and find Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Lengthen long through the spine. And then exhale, bring yourself into a forward fold. Nicely and gently round into the spine. And let your head drop down towards your feet. So allow this to be a nice restorative posture. Starting to soften into your breath. Last two. All right, from here, slowly roll the spine up, one vertebra at a time.
Use your hands to draw your knees together. Place the soles of the feet onto your mat. And you're going to come to roll down, one vertebra at a time, until your back is flat. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And let's just take a happy baby before we settle into our final resting pose. So grabbing the outside of the ankles or the feet. Open into the hips so the knees draw out to the sides. On the outside of the armpits, soles of the feet point up. Relax into the back of the head. And using your hands, bring the soles of the feet together. So Baddha Konasana again, just above your body. Knees out, pull your feet in towards your body. Beautiful, and slowly release. Again, drawing the knees in. Let's take a final squeeze. Lift your head, drawing it in towards your knees. Hug yourself in. And then slowly release and relax everything down. Arms extend, legs extend. Taking your feet as wide as the mat. Settle your shoulders, so spread the shoulders, especially the space between the shoulders. Let that soften down onto your mat. You may need to lift your hips so you can lengthen your lower back down, and then let your legs extend. And just surrender. Surrender your body. Surrender to all that is coming our way, all the blessings coming our way. In the form of love, in the form of sunshine, in the form of warm, beautiful days. Springtime is really a time just to reawaken the body from a long, sleepy winter. It's a time of renewal, time of cleansing and balance. So remind yourself of what you envision for this time as you settle into your final resting pose. And what your life will look like once you have grown or manifested the things that you desire. And then slowly and very gently begin to journey back to your body. Coming back to the bubble of your mat. Beginning to awaken your senses through your breath, through some gentle movement. Feeling the temperature of the air on your skin. The touch of your clothes on your skin. And then when you're ready, slowly reach your arms all the way overhead and give yourself a nice big full body stretch. Reach through your toes, through your fingers. And then gently bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. And then roll over onto your best side. Let's take a moment here in this position of renewal, in our fetal position. And when you're ready, gently bring yourself to seated, facing the front with your eyes closed. Bring your hands to your heart. Let's take a deep inhale together and sigh it out. Wishing you a day of remaining in the moment, not the past or the future or the story, not your thoughts or anxieties or lists, but right here, right now, straight into the center. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Until we meet on the mat again, the love, light, and understanding in me bow in honors to the love, light, and willingness in you. Namaste.